Hi guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to our channel. So this week, Mina and I thought it'd be great if we could talk about breaking generational cycles. So one of the things that I wholeheartedly believe in is something that I've actually heard from YouTuber Jackie Aina is that your parents love you and they want the best for you, but they don't know everything. And with that, they're just doing the best they can with what they know. But it's up to us as a newer generation that's, constantly growing, learning, debunking toxic things and reevaluating the ways that we move in the world. It's up to us to, make the future better for ourselves, but also for those who come after us, whether that's our own children or whatever generation that we're choosing to pass our own learnings and teachings onto. So today for our series, we thought it'd be good to start off by talking about money. And I thought it'd be really good to start off by evaluating our relationships with money. And the reason why is because I started reading this book, part of the series, You're a Badass series. And the book is a self-help book that's meant to help teach you how to deal with money so that you can make more, become as rich as you want to become. And the reason why I picked it up is because I realized hey, that's something that I want for myself. And I need help figuring out how to get there. And a lot of the help that I need wasn't necessarily with the physical aspect of getting money into my hands, but the more psychological aspect of feeling like I even deserved it in the first place. And so so the big thing is you need to start off by evaluating your relationship with money. And when I sat down and actually tried to do that, I realized I had a very toxic relationship with money because I resented it because I felt like though I wanted it, it wasn't always there when I needed it. And that's just from growing up and feeling like, we didn't have enough money to do certain things or go certain places, or that I'd have to make certain sacrifices as a kid. And I knew that as a 5, 6, 7 year old, oh, I can't have this because we can't afford it. And, at the time being understanding, but then also being upset and, disappointed by that and just feeling like, I was being left out of a lot of experiences because of a lack of funds and a lack of resources. And so I resented money because I felt like my lack of it stopped me from doing things that I truly wanted to do. And as an adult who has that sort of relationship and is making my own money now, I think moving in the world with that sort of mindset can lead to self-destruction. And the reason I say that is because, yes, I'm making money now, but it won't stay if my mindset is not, fixed in terms of, oh yeah, I deserve to have it, or it's something that I can always have whenever I need it. And because I believe the opposite of those things, I found myself, at least for the first few years of me working, yeah, I'm working, but the money ain't staying because I'm not treating it like it deserves to stay. I'll spend it on this, or I'll squander it on that, or I'll just give it away freely to this person because I just felt like I didn't deserve to have it. And it's super weird that of all the things that I've wanted my whole life, I finally have it and I'm not keeping it. Right, exactly. So yeah, so that was my relationship with money, and reading the book definitely helped me assess that and address it. Now I'm a person who believes yeah, money flows to me easily and freely, and it's always there whenever I need it. Usually, I've never gone, down. I've never been down and out. I'm not out on the street. I have a place to live. I'm not homeless. I get a check every month, every 2 weeks, these things are things that I can count on to happen for myself. And, when I actually work at it, I'm pretty good at saving. So all the lies that I told myself about, money when I was growing up, just because of what I saw happening with my family, aren't true, and I'm so glad that I was able to interrupt that sort of thinking, because it's just going to make for a better future for myself and for whoever comes after me, when it comes to my own children and the rest of my family that comes after me. Yeah, so the next question that I thought it'd be good for us to answer is, what did you learn about money from your parents? Or at least what did you learn? So when it came to money, my parents were always I mean, since I was young till now, the big thing is save, 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 right? And yes, that's good advice. Save your money because, you know, you never know what could happen. But the issue is that it's not specific enough, right? You didn't teach me how to save. You didn't teach me why I'm saving. You just told me don't spend my money on stupid things. Stupid things can mean anything to anybody. Like, to someone, spending on clothes could be stupid too, but to me, I love spending on clothes. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that can be left up to my own discretion. And with that, there were a lot of mistakes that I made when it came to saving, you know. Some months I'll be really good and not spend or squander it on anything. And then other times I just find myself spending on food or clothes or going out. And just, you know, saying, it's fine, I can save next month or next week or whatever. And so, yeah, the basic thing of just telling your kid or whoever to just save their money is not enough. Like, we need to know what we're saving for, how to do it, where we can put our money so that it can accumulate wealth for us and not just sit in a savings account and, you know, get like this tiny bit amount of interest every month when we could actually put it in CDs or put it in stocks and bonds and, you know, robo advisors that can help us invest our money, right? And so I think with that, yeah, my parents' intentions about telling me to save was really good. But I do wish that there was more education around how to build generational wealth. And, you know, they didn't have that. They didn't have that sort of, they couldn't teach me that because they didn't know it. And now that I'm, you know, now that I'm old enough to be able to look into these things myself, I find that it's very important to make sure that I'm financially literate. So I do a bit of research about how to save my money, you know, making sure that I have a spreadsheet so that I know what my assets are, you know, in terms of my 401k, what's in my savings, what's in my my checkings, you know, knowing what my net worth is and trying to up that and investing in different places. And so I think, yes, it's great to save, but it's very important to teach people what they're saving for. For instance, let's say you have a financial goal of going to travel. You're going to save for traveling different than you're going to save for, let's say, buying a house, or different for, let's say, buying or, you know, having a wedding or whatever it is. I think it's important. I wish, you know, definitely that I learned that from my parents, but I'm glad that I'm able to learn it now myself, so that I can pass it on to others. And, you know, I mean, I don't know everything. I certainly don't. I wish I would have gone to business school or something like that, but there's tons of information on the internet. And so, in any way that I can, I try to learn more and educate myself. And, you know, I'm not the best at it, but I'm getting better at it. And I'm very happy that at least at the very basis, they place that emphasis on making sure that I save for a rainy day because, you know, things come up as an adult. And to be able to have a cushion to rely on definitely makes things a lot easier. So for instance, because my parents taught me to save a lot, there was a time I wasn't working for 6 months, but I was able to take care of myself because I knew, or at least I planned in advance, knew that I was going to be leaving my job, saved enough money to take care of myself up until I got my new job 6 months later. And so in that regard, it was like, okay, yeah, I was good at saving. But I definitely do wish I learned a bit more about ways to make your money work for you so that you don't have to worry about other things. Okay, so the last question that I thought would be good for us to answer is, what do you want to teach your own children about when it comes to money? So the first major thing that I want to teach my kids is do whatever you can to stay out of debt. And if you are in debt, make sure that you take care of that first before you go on to accumulate more or to, you know, do other things with your money. So debt is a very crippling thing, and I'm very thankful that I'm not dealing with it. I was able to pay my student loans, you know, a year out of college, but not everybody's so lucky, right? And people can have debt that lasts for 30 years, you know, like it's crazy. And it's something that even leads to people being suicidal. So I think it's very important for you to learn how to manage debt in a responsible way. So if you're going to get a credit card, you're doing so to build credit, not necessarily to get things that you couldn't normally afford without the credit card. Like, live within your means, fam. Live within your means. Like, that's number one. And in fact, live below your means. You know what I mean? If you're making 50K, act like you're making what? 40K, 30K. Just do it in a way that makes sure that you're able to afford your needs no matter what, and then you can go after what you want. The other thing that I definitely want to teach them is that money is not the root of all evil. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be rich. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things. That you can aspire to be as wealthy as you want to be in this world. And yeah, do whatever you can if that is the thing that you want in life, to have nice things and to have a lot of money to do nice things with. It's okay to want that. It doesn't make you a bad person. Like, there are great people who are extremely rich and there are terrible people who are extremely poor. Like, it works both ways, vice versa. So that is perfectly okay. And then another thing I guess that I want to teach them is that they're in control of their money. That there are many different ways for them to learn to be financially responsible or at an early age, whether that's by earning an allowance, by doing chores, or investing things a little by little, that they can start very early. And starting early is gonna put them ahead of the game when it comes to doing things like, saving for college, or building a 401k, or investing in assets, or investing in stocks and bonds and all of that thing. And all that information, I want them to know it's out there. If that's something that they want to study in school, go for it. That way you can be more educated about it. And if it's something that you want to study outside of school as a side hobby so you can be more informed, go ahead and do it. But it's very much on you as a person to learn what your money can do for you and how you can make more of it. So yeah, those are the 3 major things that I'd want to teach my kids when it comes to money. All right, guys, so that's it on money for today. Thanks for listening and watching. Let us know, what are your thoughts on money? What's your relationship with it like? What are some things that you hope that you can change about the way that you deal with it? What are some things that you're proud of when it comes to the way that you handle money? And what's some advice that you've heard or learned from other people about managing it, increasing your wealth, or just making sure that you're able to be financially stable and financially independent? We'd love to hear from you guys. So yeah, please let us know down below in the comments. Bye.